Hey everybody, what's going on? So check it out, we finally have some blue skies and some sun, but with that, after a week or more of just rain and clouds, with this sun apparently also came the extremely cold weather. So we've got a cold front that has come through and we've got to go for a run. Okay, so generally speaking, I tend to go out and run in the cold, no matter how cold it gets. Here in the northeast of the United States, in and around New York City. But that said, it doesn't really usually get below like 10 degrees Fahrenheit is very cold for this area. So, about as cold as it will get, I'll go out for a run, and I've been comfortable doing so. So the first thing that I generally have is a pair of just I guess this example is Nike, like the Nike Pro Combat tights. They are specifically made to hold heat in, and obviously it's just a tight. You can wear it under a pair of shorts still. It runs all the way to the ankle, so no matter what, I can pretty much get away with something like this on the bottom, with or without, but generally for me with a pair of shorts, and I'll be just fine in temperatures again down to 10 degrees or maybe even close to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. I have a version of this as a top as well, so it's like a mild turtleneck, again as a base layer, and layering in general is going to be the key, or my key, to being comfortable while running without building up too much bulk as far as putting on layers and layers and layers of clothing. The other thing is there's like 3 key spots that I cover when it's really cold. My ears, so a hat like a beanie. My fingers, I have a couple pair of gloves. Here's a pair of gloves. These are a pair of North Face gloves. They do just fine. I'd say, again, down to about 10 degrees. So that's the second thing, gloves, hat, and then the last thing is a good pair of socks, because those things are just 3 areas that will get cold no matter what you put on your core of your body. So some good wool running socks in the winter will usually take care of that for my feet. Maybe I'll put on a windbreaker jacket. Maybe I'll just put on a couple layers of tops, like a long sleeve and a short sleeve. But again, generally with that amount of clothing, it's not too bulky, it's not over the top, and I can still get out and be comfortable and not too cold at all on a run. And that's all it takes for me. If anyone else likes to use different items, maybe a running vest. If it gets really cold, then I'll go with something like a puffer vest, like running specific, so it's not too thick, but also so my arms are still free and don't feel too restricted. Let us know if you found anything else that works for you in the cold. But like I said, generally, once you're moving and sweating and, the warmth is within the clothes, if you're wearing, some good quality running stuff that holds in the heat, you'll be good to go. So with that said, let's go outside ourselves and get our run in. how are we looking over here? I've got a lot of stuff on my desk, but I realized that you can never really see my desk because the camera's just sitting on my desk. So I may as well just sit over here, and there's more running related stuff here anyway. So today went pretty well. Like I said, it was just kind of a cold run, which was really the first time we went down below the 20s this year. And you know, the most important thing about what I was saying is really just that you don't have to give up on running when it gets cold. You know, with a few simple things, like for me, gloves, hat, some good socks, and just a good base layer, really, you can get the job done in the 20s, in, you know, again, the teens. But I'm not uncomfortable. I just want to reiterate that, you know, I'm not going out there and just like gritting it and I'm freezing and things are going numb. That's not the case. It might look like I really wasn't wearing that many layers, but I'm just more used to it. I've been in the Northeast. I've been a skier, snowboarder my whole life. So I don't know, maybe I just feel differently in the cold, but it's important that if you start to feel cold, numbness, anything, you know, you got to go back and refigure out, you know, how many layers. I'd say the next thing that I would add is just like a light windbreaker layer. You know how much I really don't like waterproof type jackets because I think they just hold too much heat, but a nice windbreaker layer is another layer to keep elements out, keep the cold out, keep your warmth in as you run. But, you know, it's just an example today that, you know, you could do it, I can do it. I really just feel like gloves, hat, those few things, once you get warmed up and get moving, your heat is going to fill, you know, your clothing and your layers anyway, and you really don't need to go out in a puffy North Face jacket. You can do it with just the right stuff in the right places, covering the right skin, and you'll be okay in the cold. So just to close out again the run today, close out the video, the run came in at 9:38 per mile. I had mentioned before, it's a 3.5 mile run. Heart rate was around 146 beats per minute today. I was using the Nike Invincible Flyknit, a shoe that really didn't work for me in the past in my normal shoe size, you know, that I use for Nike. And now I had to size up a half a size. It's still snug, but I do see the appeal in it as a recovery shoe. So I've been trying it out and using it. And, you know, again, I just think it's unique that they put a whole bunch of ZoomX foam in basically a recovery shoe. Each mile started at 9:47, then 9:39, then 9:37. And then the last half mile was at 9:25, which again, I probably just wanted to get back to the car and was rushing a little bit. I tend to speed up as I run, you know, throughout the whole workout. But nonetheless, that was our run today. One update just in general, I have some training classes and things to do for work actually over the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the core of my day is going to have to be at my desk at, you know, at work essentially. And I don't know how much I'm going to be able to run in the sunlight. So with that said, it doesn't really do me any good to film my workouts or my running for the rest of this week if I'm only able to go out in the dark. There is actually a lot of rest this week anyway because I'm supposed to go and, you know, race a 5K this weekend. So that'll be fun. I don't think I have any races scheduled or can find anything. So we're just going to go basically all out for a 5K on Sunday and we'll see how we do. So with that, that's everything I have for today. Leave a like on the video, that would be awesome. Again, I apologize. I'm really enjoying posting videos, but I just might not have anything to post. So stick around. I hope you don't mind the small break you may see, and I hope to see you in the next video.